This is Judy Zablack. Today is March 8th. It is 9 a.m. This is a morning hearing session of the Board of Assessment Appeals in room number 4.
These always been that way. Like I drive the same car for 10 years. Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning. Are you Michael?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, come on in.
I'm here.
Come on in. How are you?
Time?
You are. Hi.
Hi, I'm Ellen.
Hi, Ellen. I have a couple things to go over with you guys before we start and get going. And, Michael, I see you're here on 3 different applications, so we're going to do the same thing for each one of them, so you can have that for the record, okay? I'm going to state a few things for the record right now. Please correct me if anything is wrong. Oh, by the way, my name is Judy Zablack. I'm one of 7 members here on the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 9:03. Yep. Your appeal number is 75. The property you're appealing is located at 178 Jennings Road. The owner of the property is Michael Karafotis. I don't know if I pronounced that right. The town has your property appraised at $367,700, and you are requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $310,000. Is that correct? Great, thanks. Okay, great. Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in. So can you please state your name for the record and whether you are the owner or the agent?
Michael Karafotis.
And are you the owner?
I'm the owner.
Thank you very much. Are you speaking also?
Yes,
And you are?
I'm Ellen Agila, A-J-I-L-A.
A-J-I-L?
A,
A-J-I-L-A.
yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. Now I'm going to swear you in. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Can you please write your name on here saying that I've sworn you in?
Where it says signatures.
Yep, that's it. Thank you very much. Now, this is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2020 was $310,000, and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date, and please try to be as succinct as possible.
I feel it's worth that because of the location. It's a corner lot, very busy street, constant noise, and I think that plays a factor in the property value. Kids bus stop at the corner. Compared to other multifamilies that have larger lots, the tax value is higher, let's say.
I'm reading your appeal. So it says tiny lot, busy street, old dumpy house. This is your house?
1911, it sure is. Sure is.
Do you have any comparables? What did you bring to support your case?
I wanted to compare it to my own property, 4 houses down, 84 Adelaide Street. A bigger lot.
Did Adelaide Street, did that just sell or buy, or, you know, how are you comparing it? I'm looking for a comparable sale.
They're both multifamilies.
Right.
The tax amount doesn't make sense. You've got similar tax amounts on the two, but the one on Adelaide, 3 houses up, it's got a bigger lot, you know, nicer land and so forth. So that's what I'm comparing, right?
Wait a minute. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take a look at this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about Adelaide too.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have the seal card.
The 178 was the property that was divided before I purchased it.
It was subdivided?
I guess I lived on Adelaide, and I watched it happen. There was a big lot and a garage and a house. They separated the two, built a new house there, and then sold, you know, the property I owned.
Oh, okay. So they sold. They separated it, and they put on the other property. They put a new house, and then you saw this one. You saw this opportunity.
Well, someone else bought it before me. I bought it after that, but
okay.
I know the story because I live on the street.
Okay,
right
got
there.
it. Got it. Okay.
But it's a small lot.
All right. Yeah, it's .11 as opposed to just about .15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to make sure I don't get these two mixed up.
Sure.
So we're on Jennings, and I'm looking at Adelaide to Jennings. So you're looking at the value. You know, they've given more land value on Adelaide than they did on Jennings.
I just thought they were awfully close for 2 different lots, 2 different sizes.
I'm looking at the size of the house, right? Okay.
Comparable, very comparable.
Just bear with me a second. What else do you want to talk to me about here?
On the property?
Yeah.
That's it.
It would be beneficial to you. I'd like to help you.
Sure.
Okay? It's beneficial to come up with some kind of a comparable sale or a closing, right? Can you get some comparable sale and then maybe email it to us or bring it back to us here?
We'll look into that, sure.
Here's the reason, I'm asking to help you, okay? So I know what the other board members are gonna want, and they're gonna say, okay, well, we're comparing it to this over here.
Right.
Well, what about the sales? They're gonna ask for that. So no matter how much I'd love to help you, I know that I don't have enough information to do that. And I wanna.
Does that particular home count? No.
It's gotta be like, and the sale, you gotta date it to like the 2020 period, right? Okay, for that reval, that's how you have to do it,
Okay.
okay?
So.
So in that last year, 19 to 20. And then you can go maybe a little bit above or below that, but
Right.
really, stay within 19 to 20, maybe a little bit into 2021. All right? That is going to help you, because right now, I can try to work around that a little bit, but I don't have any backup information. I've got 6 other members that are gonna say, where's the backup information?
Right. When I was comparing the two properties I happened to own, you know, I said, well, this doesn't make sense, but no problem. Because it's a different scenario on my 40 Beechwood property.
All right, so here's what we'll do. Do you think you might be able to come in with some comparables? Do you think you might be able to do that?
I'll have to research it, I'm not sure. If you could give us a day or two on that, or a day?
Yeah, you know what, do it by, I'll put in the notes that you're gonna come by tomorrow afternoon, or
Yeah,
you're gonna email it.
If I don't find any, I'll send you an email and say I don't have any.
Or, okay, all right, I think that would be really good, okay? Your real estate agent, if you have one, will be able to do that quickly for you.
What's the best email?
Yeah, I think you're probably gonna send it to, I wanna confirm, when you go downstairs, there's the gal that greeted you, right?
Yeah.
Talk to her and say, Judy wanted some comparables, and I'm gonna email them to her, right? So you can ask her for the email address, just to make sure that everybody gets it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what I have right now, if we don't have any comparables, the location, it's a corner lot, it's a busy street, there's lots of noise, and there's a bus stop. And if we look at some of the other properties, especially another one that you have, and you look at the tax, the appraisal for both, this just doesn't seem like it's in order.
Correct.
All right, okay. Is there anything else that you want to add to this?
Yeah, there's high crime on that property. Our car was stolen stolen and totaled very recently.
It was in the newspaper too.
Oh,
Right off the
no.
driveway.
Oh, was this one of your tenants?
My sister, but yeah. My sister
Oh,
was there, yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Totaled it and then into a tree, ran away, the kids never got them.
It was in the Fairfield patch.
It was in the back.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm so
It's
sorry.
mine as well, you know.
Okay.
mention that. Yeah, people just did it. People started.
Wow.
You could send the art.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I've made these notes. I will do my best for you with or without, whatever, just understand, I can do what I can do, right? Okay. So, is there any other paperwork that you would like to have added for the record?
I do have some paperwork, but it's for Beechwood.
Okay, so then that'll be for the next, we're gonna do one at a time. Okay. All right, thank you. And,
Thank you.
I'll be presenting your petition to majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration of vote.
Mhm.
You will be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made this month. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you were granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation in 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay, thank you. And if you don't have any questions, this concludes your hearing on this property.
Perfect.
All right.
Thanks for your time.
Okay, next. Now, as you know, I'm Judy Zablank. I'm one of the 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. Now I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 9:16. And I'm going to state a few things for the record. And please correct me if anything is wrong. The appeal number is 76. The property you're appealing is located at 84 Adeline Street. The owner of the property is Michael Karafotis and Diana Birdsall. The town is your property appraised at $351,300. You are requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $300,000. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much. Okay, great. Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in.
My name is Michael Karafotis.
And you are the...
I'm the owner.
Thank you very much. Okay. Now I'm going to swear you in. Again. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much. And please write your name here. Thank you very much. And now is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on Adelaide, 84 Adelaide Street was $300,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. And please try to be as
And, we're
as
talking
possible.
2020. This is before, any increase. I mean, the values of homes was very low back then. But the reason I'm requesting a reduction is 2 reasons. Number one, the property location, heavy traffic cut through street, high crime area, as well as the property itself, 1907, dwelling, very old, not really very much usable land.
Okay, so you said that this one is in poor condition,
Mm-hmm.
and so you want to talk to me about that?
Well, just the lot, the land and stuff like that, it's in poor condition. The house is from 1907, so it's just very old. And back then, they had different building codes, and it's just, it's a small, tiny, not very usable home. You're talking about 2 one-bedroom apartments, so it's just
Thank you, thank you.
overtaxed for what it is.
Okay.
And unfortunately, there's not many comparables.
Yep, when folks get back to Florida, they're coming back at the end of March.
With that property.
Let me see if I can. Trying to see if there's anything I can point out that might help a little bit. You have central air on the property?
Well,
You have central air there? Does that house have central air?
I don't think so. It partial. It does have partial central air.
Okay.
It's a two-family, so I think one part of the two has it. So it's a,
Okay. And how's that garage there? Is that in good shape or? Talk to me about it.
oh, the garage is dilapidated. You know, it's from 1925 and it looks like there was an addition put on it, but it's, you know, in pretty rough shape, I would say altogether. And it does take up a bunch of room on the property, but, you know,
Okay.
it was there, and as was the house.
Now, would you have any objection, like if I wanted to go like drive by or maybe like take a picture for some of the other members?
Not at all.
Would that be
Because,
okay?
that's what it looks like right in the front, though. If you turn wherever your hands are.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, I've made improvements to the home. I wasn't really, you know, and it looks decent when you pull up. I've made improvements since I purchased it. My main thing was not so much the house. The house is what it is, right?
Right.
2 one-bedroom units, a small home, right? And it's old, and you see that, right? But, my thing was more, location of the property, the cut through, the million cars coming through, and the high crime in the area. You know, when I lived there, my vehicle was robbed several times, a neighbor's car, absolutely, over the years.
Wow.
I own the property since 2008.
Wow. Okay.
So, those are the main things. The house, you see it, it is what it is, you absolutely can go by, and you can see the garage, you know, it looks, you know, what it is. Nothing
Okay.
crazy.
All right. Okay. All right.
But I did make many improvements, of course, you know, since I owned it in 2008. But,
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
But the garage is dilapidated. I'm trying to see what I can do to help you here.
yeah, it is old and shut. Like when you go inside and look at the foundation of it, it's cracked in areas. It's you know, it's not a brand new garage. It's very old. Again, very old.
Okay.
Very old.
All right. Okay.
Could use a new roof. You know, it has like the windows a little busted. You know, so yeah. But it's a detached garage, so.
Okay.
But it does take up a lot of the area, which is like.
Well, yeah, I got it.
Backyard.
I got it. You only got 0.15 of an acre.
Yeah,
Okay.
it gets chopped up, because you got the house on one side, a little strip on the other driveway, and then a little strip of land.
Right. Okay.
But those properties, you know, you see the tax amount, I'm not asking for a major reduction, I just felt that they were off. You know,
Okay.
that's all.
Okay. All right. And is there anything else that you would like to have added to the record?
On that property, no.
Okay, great. So thank you. I will be presenting your petition. The majority of the board at deliberation session for consideration and vote. You will be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation of 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay? You got that, Michael?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
great,
Yep.
thank you. And if you don't have any other questions, this concludes your hearing on this property. And once again, I'm Judy. Hi, we're old buddies at this point. I'm one of the 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. This hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 9:25.
Thank you very much.
Okay, fantastic.
Now I'm going to state a few things for the record. Please correct me if anything is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 77. The property you're appealing is located at 40 Beechwood Lane. The owner of this property is Michael Karafotis. The town has your property appraised at $782,100. You are requesting that the town reduce your appraised value to $700,000.
Or even less, I don't know how much that equals an actual tax amount, but, I can go over the property, all the details when they're ready.
Okay. Now I'm going to confirm that you are either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in. Can you please state your name for the record and whether you are the owner?
Michael Karafotis, I am the owner, 40 Beechwood Lane. Thank you.
All right, you ready? Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. And you already signed this. I already had you do that. A little out of order, but it's okay. All right. Now's your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2020 was $700,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
Well, the home, when I purchased the home in 2015, of a tax amount of $8,000, somewhere around there. Now, fast forward 6 years later, almost double. Same home, same property, no oil, no gold underneath it, same place, right? So when I compare the home to the property next door, right next door, same size lot, except that house has a lot more square footage, same slope lot, etc. That property has a lot more square footage, but their tax amount
Is how much?
less, thousands less.
Did you bring a copy of that field card?
I sure did.
Yay, okay, there you go.
I'm prepared.
All right.
I'm prepared.
Okay.
So that's next door.
Okay. Do you have any other, so 3,500.
There's another, there's only 8 houses on the whole street, and they're all very comparable, but for some reason I'm paying the most tax. For vinyl siding. So my house is 2,000 some odd square feet, according to the town.
Right.
That property is 3,500 square feet, yet their taxes is thousands of dollars less. That house was built 15 years after mine.
Hold on, I'm writing
Sure.
it down. And this is directly next door to you?
Mm-hmm.
To your right or to your left?
If you're looking at the house to the right, it's number 12.
Okay. So you're saying that the house next door is, well, it's a newer home,
Mm-hmm.
and, well, we see that it's much larger too.
Oh yeah, square footage. 3 huge levels, better design, 2 fireplaces.
Okay.
And how could my tax go up so much from putting vinyl siding on my house and paint? I mean, I bought the house in 2015, tax amount was $8,000. How could it be double? Let's try and, that doesn't add up. But 15, I'm almost 15 now. Well, how could I get such a large increase? And it's weird, I know a guy who lives in the Bird District, much bigger house, huge lot, I was paying $15K in taxes, how's that possible? Got a whole acre. You know, so.
Do you have any comparables? This is kind of stuff that I need, if there's any way, besides this, anything else?
I mean, I could send you a couple I know of, but.
Please do, and you know what, whatever, when you do that, don't send, the additions, at all in the same email, because I don't want it to get messed up, because it's not
Different
going to
emails.
me personally, all right? So in other words, what I would do, addition to, supplement appeal number 77,
No.
right? Okay?
I also, the one next door, I should have printed, but the taxes of the house next door are very low. It's the same house this month,
So-
$8,000. What number Beechwood is that? Oh, it's across the street, that one just sold, oh, wait a minute, this house sold 2020, so this is a good comp, and the taxes were $8,000.
Are you, will you
15.
submit that field card? Can you do that?
I'll send this one to you, so I have a 15 Beechwood.
So 15 Beechwood, and tell me about that one. You have a little bit, because I'll make a note and you're gonna forward
Well,
that.
it's roughly a similar square footage
Well,
to
what's the
mine.
square footage?
2,064.
2,064, it's supposed to be 2208, and that's sold when in 2020?
It's sold, July 2020,
Well, 720, and for what amount?
549,000. I'll confirm that right now, so 1 second. 15. I know it sold for that, I'm just confirming the date. Zillow, 15. Oh, it sold 1/14/21. 1/14/21, and it sold for 549. That's what it says. Zillow. 1/14/21. We're already at 22, so it's a year ago. That's across the street from me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a quick look.
Now, my house does look nice, but that's just vinyl siding.
And what I'm doing right now, I'm looking on the MLS to see if I can see anything,
Yeah.
at least with regards to this property. I can't do comparables for you, because if I do it for you and I don't do it for everybody else, I'm treating everybody incorrectly and properly, right?
Yeah,
So,
and
but I will take a look at this sale and see whether
This
it's,
is a good comp because it's built the same year as my house, 1958, I'm 1957, you know, same size lot, it's very comparable, across the street from my house. 8,000 in tax they pay, I'm jealous.
take a look at.
Well, they went up in 21, but to 9. Still, look, across the street, 9. Minus 14.
There,
I get five. No, I know, but $5,000. And now, the house has been overtaxed for years, I just never made it here. Today.
So what do you think prompted you to come this time?
Say that again?
What do you think prompted you to come now?
Well, no, it went up again, and it's almost 15K, and when another neighbor in town told me, you know, I know where he lives and stuff, and
Right?
his lot size, and his is just, it doesn't add up, you know, he's backcountry, he's got double the lot, it's flat, bigger house, how could his taxes be very comparable to mine? No way.
Then we started researching, realizing other people on our street were, on the same street were lower.
Much lower.
Mm-hmm, okay.
And then we said, gee, something's wrong here.
No, I've known it for a while, it's not what prompted it, I've missed the deadline in the past, you know, that's
Okay,
I'm just
all right, well,
kidding.
okay. I'm fishing for you.
That's true, that's
Okay.
true, I didn't make it here. It's been an issue.
All
My
right.
secretary helped me this year get it, get the paperwork. And now I have multiple properties, so it's, an issue.
Yeah.
And I do have a fourth property, but before I closed on it, the application process was closed. Do I lose out on that one till next year?
Yeah, you'll go next year. I mean, you could have, there are people that have initiated a process prior to closing. As long as the seller of the property will initiate the process for you, you can complete it.
This one was in probate, so
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I closed last Tuesday, so I lost the deadline.
Oh, yeah, no, so you can go next year. Right. Okay. Well, congratulations. All right. Yeah, and that looks like a pretty nice house, actually.
Which one?
The one on 15.
It's not a bad place, not a bad place at all.
Yeah, it looks like a nice house.
Yeah, nice families in there. Very nice.
Yeah, okay. All right, so submit that. Submit that.
The
Just,
15, okay. Submit
okay.
the 15 weeks with an email.
Okay. Okay, so,
And my lot is, it's a slow lot, very slow. I made the best of it, but it's a big issue.
okay, all right, well, it's good to know. This is all good stuff. Okay, anything else?
No, there's a sloping lot, and there's a water issue that I contend with. My hill floods down, the guy behind me comes, he stirs up trouble. We have a drainage system installed in town improve, but, dealing with that very sloped lot, my neighbor's lot is sloped as well, and his water dumps to my lot.
Do you have a drainage issue in the rear yard?
Well, the land itself, and just does kind of this, and does this, so yeah, it's a very sloped lot, and yeah, you got water issues in the back, absolutely.
Okay,
I have to have a pump system to pump water out. Yeah, it's electricity, and so that's the sloped lot is the problem.
okay. All right, so, what I'm seeing, it was built from 2015, you got your taxes for 8,000, now 6 years almost double. The house next door, 2,200, you're looking at a square footage amount of, over 1,300 square feet difference, right? And that was a newer home, and those taxes are less there, and you bought that here. So you're looking at that, and that closed at 870 on 8/6/21.
Well, that was my house.
Oh, this is yours.
It was. I sold that house on the
Oh.
date that you just wrote down.
Oh, number 12?
That's right.
Okay.
So it was mine at one point, and I sold it. You could see my buy and purchase, how long I had it. I had it
Okay.
for 1 year and 6 months.
Okay.
But that's why I know. The interior is just as nice. It's even nicer. It was completely remodeled. So.
And then you're looking at Beechwood, number 15, which closed
at the
on
top,
January
yeah,
14th.
I did own that one, yeah.
Yeah, 549.9.
Right.
But you're looking at taxes based upon this number 12. You're looking at those taxes as opposed to your house and your.
Absolutely.
Right? And with regards to the comp, you're looking at number 15, which closed at 549.9. And you've been overtaxed for years and you just missed the deadline.
Yeah.
Right? Did I get it all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure did, yeah.
All right.
So it's actually,
Okay.
I mean, when I bought the house, I was very happy with the tax. I said, oh, it's a decent property, I could afford that. Double,
Yeah.
So.
Okay, thank you, and I'll be presenting your petition to the majority of the board in a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All the decisions going to be made this month. Your appeal's denied, you come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you can't appeal again until the next evaluation in 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions in the Hunter Appeal Court will be in your decision letter. Okay. Thank you, and if you don't have any other questions, here, John, have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. You're welcome.
Good luck with your day.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Should I be wearing a mask?
You're fine. You're fine. Oh, gosh, you're fine. And you are Andrew?
Yes. And
Thanks, Andy.
you are?
I'm about to introduce myself. My name is Judy Zably. Pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure.
Okay, I've got a couple of things that I've got to go over as a matter of course and a record. Welcome. My name is Judy Zably. I'm one of 7 members on the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded, and the current time is 9:55. I'm going to state a few things for the record. Please correct me if anything is incorrect. Your appeal number is 79.
That's correct.
The property you're appealing is located at 152 Pine Creek Avenue.
Yep.
The owner of the property is Andrew S. Gleeman.
Yep.
Town has your property appraised at $2,042,000, and you're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to
Say that again, the appraisal value, please.
2.042.
Yeah, okay.
And you're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to 1.8.
Right.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in.
I am the owner.
Can you state your name for the record and whether
Sure.
you own the property?
Sure, Andrew S. Gleeman, and I'm the owner of 152 Pine Creek Avenue.
Thank you very much. Okay, now I'm going to swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Would you sign this? So we have that for the record, that's just stating that I just swore you in. I got the rest.
Okay. I apologize in advance. My hearing is pretty bad. I have hearing loss.
Okay.
And between masks and plexiglass, sometimes I ask you to
How
read
is this? Is
stuff.
this going to be
Sorry.
any better?
I haven't heard anything for 2 years with the, no, I'm joking. It's not total loss, but
Is this better?
it's much better.
Okay,
Thank you.
all
I
right.
appreciate it.
So for you, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so now is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2020 was 1.8 and not the value assigned by the town. The market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. So please try to be as succinct
And
as
I'm just curious,
possible.
I obviously submitted all this stuff, whatever, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Did you review it, or is this the first time you were?
This is I'm just seeing it now.
Okay.
So
No, that's all good. I was just curious.
and
Yeah.
great. So we'll go over this together.
Yeah.
And actually, you're a few minutes early, so you actually have a few extra minutes more than
I know, I
somebody
got
else,
early.
just
I've
in
never
case.
been early to anything.
But this stuff, yeah, okay.
Okay. So talk to me. So, talk to me.
I am here to explain why I think that the appraisal value that was come up with by the town appraisers at that point in time of $2,042,000 was incorrect. And the basis of my belief is the comparables that were being used at that period of time, the relevant period of time, the comparables that were being used by the major real estate agencies in this town show differently. Show that the average.
Did you bring those with you?
I did actually, and I think I
yeah,
gave
I've seen them. Okay,
but
great.
I'll just summarize, and if you need more detail, of course.
I'm a real estate agent, sir, so.
Oh, I figured you and everybody else is on the board. Yeah, I'm not. These were given to me by a real estate agent.
Great. Yeah, I see that.
Working for Ravis, and that particular group of comparables, which is what was being recognized as the acknowledged comparables for my house at that time, had an average appraisal value of $1,871,000 compared to my 2,042. And what's underlying that, which is obviously very important, is that my house is significantly smaller than any of those comparables. At 2,810 square feet, the average size of that group of comparables was
Please disregard that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. The average size of those comparables was 3,666 compared to my 2,810.
And is this written in here too?
It is. It's on that page right there.
This page?
Next page.
Next page.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the 36.
That's okay.
Where's the 3666 you just mentioned?
Actually, I apologize. Go to the next page if you don't mind.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, it's only me. You don't have to be nervous. Okay.
Oh, thank you. I'll keep flipping. I'm not sure which order you have the pages in, but you should have one that looks like this. And if you don't, I'll do it.
I'm looking. There we go. Okay.
Actually, you got it?
Oh, these are the streets. Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
So if you.
Oh, okay. There's the 3666.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And then up in the top shaded line is my 2810. So there's that, and okay, if I continue.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a note or two because what I'm making. No. I'm doing my best for you here. I just want to take some notes.
Yep.
Which do you think is the best comparable to your home? Did you have an idea? Did you pick one?
I haven't gone through individually. I use them as a group to get the averages to support what I'm saying. I didn't look at one specific one.
Okay. Okay.
And really, in terms of square footage, if you look at that column, none of them, they're all significantly bigger than mine.
I see it. Okay, go ahead.
So, kind of underlying that is the fact also, and it's on that summary sheet right there, that my house has 3 bedrooms and every other one of the comparables has more bedrooms.
Well, Rowan has 3 also. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Rowan has 3 baths. Okay. Yep.
Right,
Okay.
bedrooms, mine has fewer than any of them. And that's the same with number of bathrooms, except 2 of them have an equal number. 2 of them have 3, but the other 3 have 4 and 5.
Okay, great.
So if I,
What else?
yeah, also very important, I think, is the, cost per square foot resulting from my appraisal. Well, let me put it this way, the cost per square foot of the comparable group is $510 per square foot.
Yeah, I see
Mine is
that.
510, the average of the comparables is 510, mine is $727 a square foot.
All right, so I have a question for you on that.
Okay.
Did you back out the price of the property, of the land first before you did the square footage cost?
No.
Okay.
No, well, this figure is based on the above ground square feet. And
Right.
the cost on that, but no, I did not back out the price.
Okay, so think about it this way, right? Here's the property, here's your house, right? Here's the house, here's the property, same house. Same size, everything else. Property is located on Fairfield Beach Road. Same house, same property, same size property. Now it's located at Round Hill Road.
Mm-hmm.
The cost per square foot is going to be the same, right? But the property is not the same.
Sure.
Right? So the cost per square foot analysis is not, people go through this all the time. And until somebody explains it to you, that you have to back out the cost of the property in order to get the proper per square footage. Does that make sense now that I mention it? Until I explain it, people are not thinking that way.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That does make sense. This is one piece of, my whole presentation, and it's obviously not the relevant one, but the stuff that I said before that.
But everything else is good. Andy?
Yeah.
Everything else is good.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Thank you. So there's that, there's another, I think it's an interesting and telling fact. My contiguous neighbor, who share the property line, his taxes went up in the same recent assessment of 5.8%, and mine went up 21.6%. Contiguous neighbor.
So, and did you, yeah, okay. Oh, and you included the field card? Oh, good for you. Okay.
Well, all the stuff that I read about how to come prepared for this hearing, it wanted everything that I gave thought to, so you got everything I gave thought to.
Okay, oh, that's great.
I figured too much was better than too little.
Somebody came yesterday with a file with this.
Well, to an
And
extent.
that's okay, that's all right. I actually appreciate that. I'm an analytical soul, so I actually appreciate that.
I imagine people come here and to present their case, they say, I don't want to pay so many dollars in taxes, and that's it. So that's kind of like it's the supporting information. I realize, of course, that because of the specific location of my house, there's a premium to be paid because it's on the water. But these other factors, that it's smaller, that it has fewer bedrooms, fewer bathrooms, I think that mitigates at least the premium for being on that particular piece of property.
Okay. Okay. All right, anything else?
Well, just, this is kind of a little bit on the side, but I do know that a lot of people in that recent assessment got assessments with an increase in line with mine, like 20%, high teens and things like that, but I also know that a lot of them have been appealed and have been mitigated.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. You see that a lot of people have done that.
Sorry I missed the boat. A year ago stuff was going on, and I should have had this conversation a year ago, but...
we had 650 appeals last year. I personally heard 88 of them.
Right, and I didn't
You're
purposely
actually
skip it,
okay.
but I was like, oh my God, I should have done this a year ago, but better late than never for sure, for obvious reasons. That's it, that's my case.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, I'll reiterate a little bit. You submitted the comparables, over on Fairfield Beach, on Norcliffe, Roland, and Penfield. As you look at the average of those, it's significantly smaller. You're at 2810, they're at 3666 on average. You have 3 bedrooms, they have 4 bedrooms. If you take those average, you're at 1871. Your tax increase is 21.6. Even a contiguous neighbor, at 5.8% tax increase. You couldn't come in last year, or else you would have.
Yes.
Does that help? Did I get everything?
Yeah, yes. Just to be detail-oriented, you said that all the other comparables had 4 bedrooms, but it's important that one of them actually had 6.
Oh, okay. At least 4 bedrooms.
At least.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
I'm.
Thanks.
All right. Okay. All right. So thank you. And now I'll be presenting your petition to a majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be notified by mail the board's decision within 7 days of decision, and all decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation in 4 years.
Right.
If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay?
Sure. So if the appeal is denied, I can actually come back and have the same conversation, the same information a year from now?
You might want to update the information. Yeah, sure.
Well, comparables
Yeah.
for that period don't get updated.
Right? Right?
So nothing would get updated, unless I add bathrooms and bedrooms, but no. No, it would be the exact same information, because it's all based on comparables for that time period, right? I mean, am I understanding that?
Yeah. No, you are correct. I always like to think positive.
Yeah, no, me too.
There you go.
Me too.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Thank you, Andy.
Well, thank you for your time.
And if you don't have any other questions, this concludes your hearing.
No, this is all pretty straightforward. You should put your mask back on, but thank you for taking it off. Since this pandemic and since the masks and the plexiglass have already started in some hearing loss, it's been crazy for me.
I get it.
But then again, sometimes it's nice not hearing.
Certain people you don't want to hear, right?
A lot of what they have to say.
Oh,
Thanks,
my
Judy.
gosh. You're welcome.
Morning,
Hi.
Thomas Quinn.
Which property is yours?
Quinn Contracting.
Which property?
It says,
Who are you supposed, listen,
am I, this,
you may be in the wrong room. It doesn't-
room 3,
Yeah, this is room 4.
okay, great, thank you.
Hello.
Oh, you wear a mask?
You're good? You're good. It's okay.
How are you?
Good. Are you Lucas?
Yes, I'm Lucas.
How are ya?
Good. I have two that are
I
joint properties.
see that. I'm going to go through a little bit of protocol for you first.
Okay.
Okay? And welcome. My name is Judy Zaplan. I'm one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 10:18. And I think for purposes of this, I think we're going to also do 98 and 97, since it's really the same thing,
Yeah.
right? So I'll swear you in once, and I'll have you sign 2 different papers, okay? All right. So I am going to do keep it. Okay. And I hope they don't get upset with me for doing it this way. Okay. Your appeal, actually, we'll do it one by one. Your appeal number is 98. The property you're appealing is located at 6 Borowski Road. The owner of the property is Lucas Papa George Jr. The town has your property appraised for $502,600. You are requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $182,245. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And we're also going to do number 97, since these properties are contiguous. The appeal number is 97. The property you're appealing is located at 18 Borowski Drive. The owner of the property is 18 Borowski Drive, LLC. The town has your property valued at $304,700, and you are requesting that the town reduce your appraised value to $150,000.
Correct, except the property owner on the first house is 6 Borowski Drive, LLC.
Okay.
Which I own.
Okay. All right. So can you please state your name for the record, and you might also want to state that you own these LLCs. Okay, do that as well.
Okay. My name is Lucas Papa George Jr. I'm the managing member of 6 Borowski Drive, LLC and 18 Borowski Drive, LLC, the owners of the 2 properties.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, now I'm going to swear you in. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please write your name and sign the paper on I'm going to give to you. Here. One here that I just sworn you in. That's just stating that it's sworn you in. There, that's it. That's all I gotta do. And on this one. Okay, so now is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your properties on was the 182,245 for number 6.
You don't have a copy of my request, do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've already seen that, but I have to read this into the record, so now I'm going to read it again, okay? So just bear with me. So it's your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your property on 6 Borowski Road was $182,245, and not the value assigned by the town. Additionally, the contiguous lot of 18 Borowski, at a value of $150,000. And so we would look, and we wanted to know why you've given those values and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for at that time, or your property would have sold for at that time. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
So I bought the property, which was combined into one, the prior year. Post-COVID, we purchased the property, so it already had a COVID increase. That property was on the open market for multiple months. And it was available to anybody to purchase, and we purchased that for $182,000. After that, we went in and got a variance in the subdivision, so we were able to make it 2 properties. I understand that 2 properties are more valuable than one. But for the first house, I'm giving the same price as what we purchased it, even though the lot's half the size. And no work has been done on that property other than gutting it as of October 1st of 2021, which is the assessment date, correct? So a property with half the property and a house that was dismantled should not be worth more than what we paid for the original house with double the property and a livable house on it.
Got it.
That would be for 6 Borowski. That house was 1391 Black Rock Turnpike prior.
Right.
The house has Black Rock Turnpike on its side. It has a cemetery across the street.
I know that house. I knew that, yeah.
So, I mean, we paid fair market value, we cut it in half, and we demoed the house. And that's as of October 1st. I feel like this one's more of a moot point because we're going to have a CO and a closing on that house, and they're going to reassess then, and that's coming in the next few weeks. So, that's probably not as important as. So, as we move on to 18 Borowski, which is at the time of October 1st was a vacant land.
That's interesting. Okay. So 18, as of October 20, was vacant land, period.
Land.
Yeah.
With a lot of trees on it that needed to come down through power lines to the neighbor's house. Again, we paid $182,000 for the house and that land, so we only have 4,700 square feet of property that we subdivided.
Right.
I actually marketed it to sell it at $200,000 and nobody bought it. Again, during COVID and the high pricing. So it was active on the MLS for 6 months and now I purchased it.
And it's still vacant right now?
We have started to construct.
Oh, you put
the
the,
house.
you put a foundation in right
So
now.
we put a foundation, we're actively framing it right now. So again, in the next 6 to 8 months, it'll probably be sold, or I would keep it to rent it, one or the other. But
Right.
But as of October 1st last year, I mean, it was vacant land. You know, again, adjacent to Black Rock Turnpike.
Right.
Super probably.
When did you start putting the foundation in?
On that one, we started that probably in January.
January of 22?
22. We hadn't even started digging there.
Okay.
Off the top of my head.
Okay.
It was cold. I know that.
Oh my gosh, it was really cold. You're supposed to snow tomorrow.
I know.
What the heck? What the heck, really? Okay.
So it just doesn't make sense to me. $182,000 house cut in half the property.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we did this last year at the reassessment. We got reevaluated it down to 190. It's fine, but again, we're back here again. It seems like a big waste of time for everybody. And when the houses do have the COs, they will be reevaluated. And at that time, fair market value is a little easier to find, you know?
Right. Okay. All right, I gotcha. I hear you loud and clear on that. Okay.
You're saying fair's fair, right?
Well, it's like you've made out well there, which is really good. Okay. Anything else?
I hope we made two nice, took an eyesore and made two nice houses out of it without going crazy and, exploding the neighborhood, you know? So
There you go.
that's what we try and do, but, in the meantime, it's hard. Materials are expensive, everything's expensive, so.
Mhm.
It's,
And everything's rising.
Everything's
Cost.
going up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hopefully the market stays strong and we can sell the house for profit, but in the meantime, I mean, to pay, I think they have the empty lot at $300,000.
Yeah. No. Yes. No. All right. Anything else that you want to submit or add to the record?
No, there's the appraisal on the original house from the purchase. That's on the record.
Did you include that?
No, but it was in the appeal from last time, so we just appealed this last year, and that was all on there. I know they're gonna tell us they gold, but it was in there from 2021.
Well, that's interesting. Okay. That's interesting. You appealed this last year,
We're approved.
and you were approved?
Yeah, we asked for 182, and we got one.
I kind of remember this, but I'm not sure whether you could come back a second time within the reval period.
Well, we got reevaluated again.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm not going to make that determination. I see this. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we got reevaluated. They tried to evaluate the house at like $400,000. That was just the house and the lot
Right.
together. So we came in. We had just purchased it for $182.
Right.
They reduced us to $190, and then this year because we did full buildings and subdivided it, they came back and they put it back at $400 and $300. So, 100.
Okay.
We paid $182. They want to charge us at $700,000.
Okay. All right, Lucas.
Through a lot of work for no reason.
I appreciate what you put together. Your synopsis is really good. I thank you. I'll be presenting your petition to the majority of the board in the deliberation session for a consideration and vote. You will be notified by mail the board's decision within 7 days of the decision, and all decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you are granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation of 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay? All right, anything else? You all set?
I think that's it.
All right, thank you. If you don't have any questions, this concludes your hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.
Good morning.
And I've been upstairs just doing, like, putting myself, and I'm like, you never know. Somebody might be early. Welcome. Hi, my 11, looks like it got rescheduled.
And you are Martin?
Yes.
All right, great. We've got a couple of things. We've got some procedure, a little bit of procedures, okay? All right, well, welcome. My name is Judy Zaglak, and I'm one of 7 members on the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today.
Okay.
Your hearing is also being recorded.
Okay.
The current time is 10:55. I'm going to state a few things for the record and just confirm, and just let me know if anything is inaccurate, okay?
Okay.
So your appeal number is 110. The property you're appealing is located at 30 Gatestone Lane. The owner of the property is you and Susan Yanone. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I'm sorry.
Close.
The town has your property appraised at $1,004,200, and you're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $800,000.
Right.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf. That's where you're in. So can you please state your name and for the record, and whether or not you are an owner or an agent?
Martin Yanoni, and I am the owner.
Would you, okay, so just a moment. Okay, great. I'm going to ask you to, I'm going to swear you in.
Okay.
Okay? Ready?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information that you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. Could you sign your name over here? I'll do the rest. Just that, and that's just acknowledging that I've just sworn you in. That's all I gotta do.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Now this is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2020 was $800,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date, and please try to be as succinct as possible.
Okay. So, one of the items that I've recognized is that there is a conservation easement on my property. I don't see any indication in town's information that that even exists.
I had a few minutes, because I was waiting
Okay.
for somebody, so I was actually looking through your files, so,
Okay,
yeah. Okay, and I looked through the field cards. Do you have a map that shows you have the conservation easement?
Yes.
Great, great. Okay, I'd like
So
to,
that's
can I
essentially-
add, I'd like to take this and add it to the record?
Sure.
Okay, great, thank you.
So essentially, that's areas that are not usable by me.
Correct, I see that.
So there are wetlands there, conservation easement, there's also ponds there.
And some wetlands, as you mentioned.
Right.
And I didn't see that on your field card.
Okay.
I did look, okay? So I did see a little bit of information. There is some mention of the power lines, so I see what they did there.
Well, the transmission lines are another
Well, yeah,
part of
that's
it,
another, yeah. Yeah, but you live in Fairfield, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, this is great. What might also be helpful, is if you have another copy of this, right?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
a bigger print of that also.
Okay, so you see where it says volume 857, page 75? That's where the actual conservation easement is,
Okay,
right? That's in the town records.
right?
May not be a bad idea to send that off to the assessor, right? And make
Okay.
that a part of this. So it's like staring everybody right in the face. You think that might be a good idea?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Seems logical.
Okay. All right, so because you're talking to me, so here's what's going to happen. I am going to present your appeal to the other members of the board.
Okay,
So I have this map, but if I'm looking at the conservation easement, you know, it's like, here it is. It's not even on the field card.
right,
So, you know, I would think that it would be helpful.
okay,
Okay, when you go downstairs, there's a gal on your right. That's the one that I was talking to, and I said, Tony's here early.
Yeah.
Ask her for the email so you can email, but you better get it to me like ASAP because we're going to start hearing these appeals. So get the information on the conservation easement. Okay. This is nice, but I think that would be I think it would be a little bit more helpful to you. Listen, a little extra information is not going to hurt,
sure.
right? Okay. What else?
And that I'll get from the town also then, is that right?
Pardon me?
That information on that easement I can get from the,
You could go downstairs right now in the town hall, in the town clerk,
okay,
and get it. You can actually get it right now. But, you know, the other thing is, town hall records are online.
oh,
Fairfield is one of the only towns that has all of their volume, the page deed, all of that stuff is actually online.
so that may be online?
Yeah, I know it's online.
It is?
I know it's
Okay.
online, but you're right here.
Yeah,
For the time it takes you to find it and to do it online, you might also want to go downstairs. You're in the right building.
sure,
You're actually right here. You just go in and say, I need to find something. Somebody will probably help you.
okay,
Okay? And then you could just leave before you leave. I don't know how much time you got today, but, you know, just talk.
yeah,
Okay.
I will do that.
Okay. I think that's helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what else, Martin?
And, okay, so obviously the transmission line has always been, you know, an issue. It's become more of an issue because, UI came through and cleared out all the trees that were hiding it.
Oh.
So now it's extremely visible. Just to give you an example, this was all part of it. It's set in, but
I got it. I have.
there's a photo there where you can see it's taken from my driveway,
All right. Hold on.
and
Oh boy. Yep. Yeah. I was looking at the water, and all I saw was the car. It didn't.
yeah, that's my driveway, that's from my driveway. So,
Wow.
yeah, I have a stockade fence, you can see on the other side of the
Yep.
stockade fence, my backyard, and then that transmission line tower.
Wow.
So it's prominent,
Yeah. Okay.
and, it's, like I say, it's gotten substantially more intrusive since UI came through and cut back all the trees around the transmission line.
Wow. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
And so not only did the tower become very visible, but also the transmission lines themselves have become much more visible than they were prior to that time. And, you know, I understand UI is in a tough spot. People complain when the power goes down and so forth. But that transmission line, I'm an electrical engineer, that transmission line has never been affected by the storms that we've had. Sandy, any of them. So it's there, it had good coverage, it doesn't have coverage. That's really changed.
Yeah.
And that was within the last year that all happened.
Yeah.
And I had gone out there with the crew that was there, and they had a UI guy on site to deal with people like me, and I said, look at what you're gonna do to my property, because you're taking all these trees down.
Oh.
So
How are you?
that was really you know, a big issue. Big issue.
Yeah, yeah.
The other thing, so that's you
And I
know,
looked
sort
at
of
these too.
my big deal about the transmission line. The other thing I noticed is that little table I put together was, again, other houses in my neighborhood along the transmission line. And one of the striking things there is that I see that my assessment went up, and every other one I noted there went down, you know, close to double digits, almost 10%. This is year over year, 2020 to 21. You know, and in a like fashion, obviously the appraisals went down. So why did mine go up, and the others went down? I couldn't put any logic to that.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything to the house. Nothing's been changed.
Right.
We've been there for 25 years, and really nothing's changed.
No, I see it. I see it. It's very well put together. I appreciate that. And it's not like, you know, you're in line with some of the larger houses also, I see, because, you know, you're 4,000 square feet.
Right.
The other ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, the 6 that are over 4,000 square feet, those I see they're in the red, and you're plus. I
Right.
see it.
Yep, I went green and the others all went red. So
Sometimes
it was
you like
just
green,
striking.
yeah.
It was striking to see that.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And this is, you know, when an appraiser goes to appraise your home, like for a mortgage or for a refinance,
Right.
and when you have something special about your property, i.e. power lines, Mayor Parkway power lines, conservation easement, okay? When you have something special, they try to look for other homes that have that, so they can actually comp them out
Sure.
that way.
Makes sense.
So this is helpful. Although they're not closed sales, they are what the town has appraised them out.
Yeah,
I think that's
and I thought those were relevant because, again, they're along the transmission line, and in a like manner, that transmission line should be affecting everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Although, even some of those houses, if I look at the town's card, it doesn't mention the transmission line. Mine does. Some of those don't. It seems to be, I don't want to say it's random, it just doesn't seem to be consistent.
Well, when you have thousands of properties in town, I think
yeah.
there's always a little bit of a room for error, which is one of the reasons that I'm here, right?
I understand.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'll share something with you. And I'll speak with the other members about it. But I did not see I didn't see anything about the easement. All right. So when you go looking at your kill card, look on the land line valuation section.
Hold on. And is that on the first page?
Yeah. Look, this page. All right. Not where the picture is.
Right.
The other page. On the
Got it.
very bottom, you see the landline valuation section?
Yes, I did.
You see that? Okay.
Yes.
So it says single family, and it talks about your property, and it says power lines. You see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So when you look at that, look at the condition. The COND is the condition of the property. So they're they're looking at your property and at a 0.95 for the property that is not next to the power line. And they're saying about a quarter of an acre is where the power line is, and they're going at 0.45.
So I don't quite understand what that means. Does that mean that only a small portion of it is affected by the transmission line?
That's right. Well, no, there is a portion. The whole thing looks to me that they did give it a little less of a 1.0. They give it a 0.95.
Okay, that's like a multiplier.
Right.
That's like a multiplier.
Right. So they give it a 0.95.
I understand.
Martin? Okay.
Yeah.
And they gave 0.45 for the area immediately surrounding the line. Okay. So that's what those are.
I understand.
And, you know, probably a good idea to argue those points there, because I think that may still be, that, you know, maybe you can work on that, or we can work on that and try to, like, maybe get that a little higher. Or
How do I do that?
we're talking about it
Okay,
right
we're
now.
talking about it now.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. And then we don't have anything for the conservation easement, but, you know, this, that could be interesting. Okay? All right, so now you know how to read that little section.
Yes,
You
I
like
do.
that?
I had no clue what that was all about.
Well, it makes sense now that I'm saying it, though, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, so, yeah, I think we're good. Do you have anything else that you want to?
You know, I'm just seeing here that at least at the time this was printed out, there was still a bathhouse listed. I'm not sure of that definition because to me,
You don't have a bathhouse either.
right, a bathhouse to me connotes running water. There is no running water.
Do you have any other structure on the property?
Yes, I do. I have this structure. So that structure, that outbuilding does exist, right? I use it as a storage building.
The outbuilding, okay.
Full of furniture right now, but it has no running water in it.
Oh,
Or
the outbuilding has no running water, okay.
Right, and yet it's listed as it indicates bathhouse to me, right? And to me, that sort of means running water.
All right,
I
make sure that they
considered
know
it at the
that.
time, but it was really a huge expense, and I decided not to do it.
Okay, so, it looks like you might have some field card errors here, so maybe that may be helpful to you.
Okay. The one other item was, I don't spot it right now, you'll probably be able to see it quicker than I can.
What are you looking for?
Fireplaces?
Of course you would do that. You know how my eyes are at this point? Okay, let's see. It's gonna be on the first page with the picture.
Okay. So there are two fireplaces.
Yeah, here we are, the outbuilding and yard, here, it's the two stone fireplaces, I see
They're
that.
not both stone, though. One is a conventional fireplace, one is a stone fireplace.
Appraised value, okay, so, what is the other one made out of?
It's a conventional fireplace, it just has, some, maybe up to about the 3-foot level slate, and the rest of it is just framed in.
Is it slate, is it brick, is it, you have a slate surround?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so you have
sheet
the
of
firebox, and then you have a surround that looks like, it's like a sheet of slate, 1, 2,
No,
3.
just on the sides, there's just a mantle on top, there's no.
Oh, okay, so it's just a firebox, so you have one that is stone,
One is absolutely stone floor to ceiling.
stone floor to ceiling, and the other one,
I would call it
has,
a conventional fireplace, but I don't know how you connote those things, but.
okay, that's really, see, everybody's got a different idea of conventional,
Sure.
right? So if you ask somebody if they have a large yard, and they say, yeah, if you ask the person in Bronx whether they have a large yard, it's a quarter of an acre.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
I understand.
So really what you have is a firebox, I'm gonna put it in a simplest form,
Okay,
a firebox with a surround.
okay.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, so, okay. Okay, so I can make notes of all of that, okay?
Great. And that's what I have.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. It was very informative. I appreciate your comments as well. So if I'm able to go downstairs to the town clerk and get some document, I'm supposing, on this,
If you can get it by 12 o'clock, just bring it to me.
bring it back up here?
Bring it back up to me. I don't care if I'm in with somebody to say, I need to drop this off.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I
just do it.
will try to do that.
You could do that in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I know you can. I know you
Great.
can.
And where's the town clerk?
So when you go downstairs,
Right.
and you're in the main foyer hallway, when you're looking at that door, like you're going to turn, or like you're
Yeah.
going to go out, turn around and there's a hallway, and you go all the way to the very end of the hallway. It says town clerk, and you go in there and you say, I need to get a volume page. I need to get that, and they should help you.
And they can,
They're probably going to direct you. You're going to look at a whole lot of books that have numbers on them,
right,
and you're going to match the number to this. So when you're looking at volume 1857, so you can go to all these books. They're all numbered.
okay,
You're going to go to the one that says 1857 on it,
right,
and then you go to P75, which is right there. You're going to go to page 75, and you're going to get the section that has the conservation easement.
okay.
And you might make a copy of that, and then
Bring it back up. Great.
All right?
Appreciate it.
And that's quick.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Excellent.
All right, wait, no, you can't go yet.
Okay.
All right. So if you can get that to me by 12 o'clock, that would be great. I will be presenting your petition to the majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made this month. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you are granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until next evaluation of 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay, thank you, and if you don't have any other questions,
Great.
that concludes your hearing.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll be back up in a few
Yes,
minutes.
you are. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. It's easy.
Thanks
All right.
again.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Hi. Are you Helen?
Yes, Helen Joanna.
Hello,
Yeah.
Sally.
Joanna, Helen Joanna.
Joanna, Helen, Joanna. Okay, all right, great. Well, hi, and good morning. Yay. I got a little bit of point of order we're going to go through, okay? My name is Judy Thagwack. Welcome. I'm one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. How easy was that?
Excellent, very easy.
If you
She
think,
said it was a different number though, than what you gave me.
well, that was the one that was listed
I
there.
know it, I
Okay,
know it.
all right, got it. It's
Thank
one
you.
on your file. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, sorry about that. I'm one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 11:23. So I'm going to state a few things for the record. Please correct me if any of this is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 112. You're appealing your personal property assessment of $2,000. You are the owner of this property is H. Joanna Quinn, and a Super Empowered One LLC. The town has your property appraised at $2,000, and you're requesting the appraised value be at 0. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great, thanks. Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property, that's kind of funny, or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in. So can you state your name?
Yeah, H. Joanna Quinn.
And for the record, you're I think, because we're kind of contesting property that you don't say that you own, right?
It's a business that hasn't started business.
Correct, right. So I just want to make sure that if for the record, I'm reading it in properly again, right? So you're Helen Joanna Quinn. Go ahead, and your company as a go ahead.
Empowered One,
And
LLC.
the address at 42 Victoria Court?
Yes, although we just moved 2 weeks
Okay.
ago.
Okay. All right. And so now I'm going to swear you in. And can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment, appeal, now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. And could you kindly sign that? Here you go. Oh, my pens keep disappearing all day. You know, I brought 4 pens, Ken, and that is like the last one I got. No, I have one more. That's all you need to do. That's it. I got the rest. Thank you. And I've read through your appeal as well. Now this is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your property on October 1, 2020 was 0, and that's the value assigned by the town. Market value is what it most likely would have sold for or valued at that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
So this is a business that I opened, but I haven't yet done any business with it yet. Hopefully we'll do them. So there's no assets.
So you opened the you created the LLC, but you did not start the business.
Right.
Further, you said that you actually moved, right? Did you say that?
Yes, so now we're at 60 Charles Street.
Oh, you're at 16, okay. But the business is still not...
60.
Pardon me? Oh, 60, okay. Yep. So you are, is it operating now?
I'm launching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's still not operating?
Right.
All right. That's what I was trying to get at.
Sorry.
All right. That's good. I don't know what else you could say. You don't have anything. It's like it's not there, right?
Yeah.
Right. And like, well, so I think what they do is they go across to these companies that do that, and they just give a certain amount, and that's that,
Okay.
right? So if you were operating, you probably say, okay, yeah, I probably got $2,000 worth of equipment, you know. That's pretty easy to happen. You have a computer, a phone, and a printer, and guess what? You're just
there.
Yeah, okay. All right. But, yeah, you did not start the business. You opened up the LLC. When did you open up the LLC?
A while ago.
So you had the LLC.
Yeah, but I'm just launching the business.
You did not start the business.
Right.
Not start a business. As of 10/1/2020, as a matter of fact, you're right now in the process of beginning, right?
Right.
Right now in the process of beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing then. You have nothing now. Yeah, right. Nothing now. All right, we're going to leave that. Okay? All right.
Thank you.
So, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. And now, I will be presenting your position to a majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You will be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made this month. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you are granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation in 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. And if you don't have any questions, we're good.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so
Have
much.
a good day.
You too. Good luck.
Thanks.